Ladies and gentlemen, as we gather today in the presence of possibility, let us open our hearts to the transformative power that awaits us. This December, I invite you to cast aside the weight of worry and step into the boundless grace and assurance of divine intervention. Worry, my friends, is the thief of joy. It casts shadows over the brightest days and plants seeds of doubt where faith should flourish. But I am here to remind you of a truth so profound it can reshape your entire reality. God is working on your behalf, orchestrating a transformation greater than you can imagine. Imagine for a moment that the challenges you face, the burdens you carry, are not obstacles but stepping stones. They are placed perfectly, leading you to a place of renewal and restoration. Each struggle is not meant to break you, but to build within you the strength, patience, and faith needed for the miracles that are coming. The barriers we build in our minds often become the very chains that keep us from experiencing the freedom and transformation we desire. Worry, that ceaseless chatter in the mind, is not a passive state, but a creative act. It constructs an inner world where fear, doubt, and limitation thrive. When you worry, you are imagining a future devoid of solutions, a reality where problems loom larger than the divine power that seeks to guide you. To free yourself from this prison, you must recognize that worry is not an immutable fact, but a choice, a pattern of thought you have the power to interrupt and reshape. Imagine for a moment that every thought you entertain plants a seed in the fertile soil of your consciousness. What kind of garden are you cultivating with worry? Are you growing thorns of despair, or are you nurturing the blooms of hope and faith? When you cling to worry, you are actively affirming its power over your life, declaring through your focus that the obstacles you face are insurmountable. But the truth is, you are the gardener, and the divine source within you provides everything you need to uproot those weeds and plant something beautiful instead. This is not a call to ignore your challenges, but to confront them from a place of trust. Consider the energy you expend in imagining worst-case scenarios. That same energy could be redirected toward envisioning solutions, outcomes, and blessings that uplift and transform. By shifting your focus, you align yourself with the higher power that sees not only the struggle but the path through it. The transformation begins the moment you decide to stop wrestling with your fears and instead surrender them to the infinite intelligence that governs all creation. To release worry, you must understand its nature. It feeds on repetition, growing stronger each time you revisit the same fear or concern. But repetition can also work in your favor. Each time a worrisome thought arises, replace it with an affirmation of faith. Speak to yourself as if the transformation you seek is already unfolding. All things are working together for my good, you might say, not as a wish, but as a declaration of truth. This practice is not about denying reality, but about affirming a higher reality, one in which the power of God is at work in every detail of your life. Think of worry as a signal, a reminder to turn inward and reconnect with the divine. Instead of letting it spiral into fear, let it prompt you to pause, breathe, and remember that you are never alone. There is a presence within you, a creative force that operates beyond the limitations of your current circumstances. This force is always seeking expression, always moving toward greater good. But it cannot work through a mind that is closed off by doubt. Your role is to open the door, to make space for divine intervention by releasing the grip of worry. The act of releasing is not passive, it requires intention and practice. Begin by noticing when worry arises, acknowledge it without judgment, and then gently guide your thoughts to a place of trust. Visualize the outcome you desire, not as something distant and unattainable, but as a reality that is already forming. Feel the relief and joy of knowing that God's plan for you is unfolding perfectly, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. This shift in focus transforms worry from a destructive force into a catalyst for faith. As you practice releasing worry, you will notice a change not only in your thoughts, but in your circumstances. The outer world reflects the inner state, and as your mind becomes a sanctuary of trust, peace, and expectation, your life begins to mirror that harmony. Doors will open, solutions will appear, and what once seemed insurmountable will dissolve in the presence of divine grace. This is not a coincidence, but a natural law. You attract what you embody. The divine does not ask you to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. It asks only that you trust, that you step into the flow of its infinite wisdom and love. By releasing worry, you make space for miracles. You create a life that is not shaped by fear, but by faith, a life where transformation is not just a possibility, but an inevitability. Let this be the moment you choose to trust, to let go, and to allow the divine power within you to guide your steps toward the abundant and joyful life you were created to live. The essence of transformation begins with the acknowledgement that the power shaping your reality lies within you. This December is not just another month in the calendar, but a divine invitation to align with the higher truth of who you are. When you stop worrying and allow yourself to trust in the infinite power of God, you step into a space where miracles are not anomalies, but the natural expression of faith. The shift begins in the mind, where thoughts of lack and fear are replaced with the certainty of divine provision and guidance. You are the creator of your experience, and the images you hold in your mind dictate the world you encounter. Picture a river, strong and steady, carrying everything it touches toward its destination. That river is life itself, flowing unceasingly, guided by an intelligence greater than you can fathom. When you worry, it is as though you are trying to swim upstream, exhausting yourself by fighting against the natural flow. But when you trust, you surrender to the current, allowing it to carry you to places you could never reach through effort alone. This surrender is not a sign of weakness, it is the ultimate strength, for it aligns you with the creative power that governs all things. Worry creates resistance, a kind of dam that blocks the river's flow. Every anxious thought is a stone placed in that dam, preventing the free movement of life's blessings toward you. But the moment you decide to release those thoughts, the barriers dissolve, and the river flows freely once more. This December, as you reflect on your desires and intentions, ask yourself, are you building dams or opening pathways? The answer lies in your focus. What you give your attention to expands, and if your attention is on fear, you will find yourself surrounded by reasons to be afraid. Shift your focus to faith and watch as evidence of God's transformative power appears all around you. To fully embrace this transformation, you must act as though the change you desire has already occurred. This is not a game of pretending, but a profound recognition of the truth that what you seek is already yours in the realm of the unseen. By living from this awareness, you draw the unseen into the seen, bringing forth the blessings that are your birthright. Speak, think, and act as though the life you envision is already here, and it will be. This is not wishful thinking, but the application of a divine principle. The world you see is but a reflection of the world within, and by transforming your inner state, you change the outer reality. Imagine yourself as an artist standing before a blank canvas. The canvas is your life, and the brush in your hand is your imagination. What will you paint? Will you create a picture of lack and limitation, or will you use bold, vibrant strokes to depict abundance, joy, and peace? The choice is yours, and the divine is always ready to supply the colors and inspiration you need. But the act of painting, the decision to create, must come from you. It is in this act of creation that transformation occurs, not through force, but through faith. As you move through this December, let every moment be an opportunity to affirm the truth of God's presence in your life. When doubts arise, recognize them for what they are: illusions that have no power except the power you give them. Replace them with affirmations of divine love and provision. I am held in the hands of God, you might say, allowing the peace of this truth to wash over you. Feel the weight of worry lift as you step into the certainty that you are guided, protected, and provided for. The transformation you seek is not something that will come to you from outside, it is something that arises from within. It begins with the decision to trust, to let go of the need to control, and to surrender to the infinite wisdom that knows far more than you ever could. This surrender is not a loss but a gain, for it opens the door to a life far greater than anything you could imagine. By aligning your thoughts and feelings with the truth of God's presence, you become a vessel through which divine power flows. creating a life of peace, joy, and abundance. This December, let go of worry and step into the flow of divine grace. Trust that every step you take is guided, every need you have is met, and every desire in your heart is already fulfilled in the mind of God. Live from this awareness and watch as your life transforms in ways that are both profound and beautiful. The power is within you, and the time to claim it is now. The power of faith, deeply anchored in your thoughts and emotions, is the key to unlocking transformation in your life. To understand this principle is to grasp the creative mechanism that shapes reality. Faith is not merely a passive hope or wish, it is an active and deliberate trust in the unseen, an unwavering conviction that what you desire is already present in the realm of the infinite. This December, the invitation is to embrace faith, not as a concept, but as a living, breathing force within you. When you focus your faith, you align with the divine creative power. Every thought you think, every feeling you entertain, becomes a seed planted in the fertile soil of the universe. What grows from these seeds is a reflection of the energy you have invested. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, fear, or disbelief, the harvest will mirror that. But when you sow seeds of certainty, love, and trust in God's guidance, the fruits will be abundant and life-transforming. Consider this moment as a turning point. Imagine your mind as a vast garden, teeming with potential. The seeds you choose to plant now will determine the beauty or barrenness of your life's landscape in the days to come. It is not enough to merely wish for good things. You must believe, with every fiber of your being, that they are already yours. This belief is not born out of desperation, but from a quiet confidence in the divine order of life. The external world may show no signs of change, but your inner state must reflect the reality you wish to see. The process of faith is not linear. There will be moments when the outer circumstances seem to contradict your inner knowing. These are the moments when your faith is tested and strengthened. Do not be swayed by appearances, for they are but the shadow of your past thoughts. Instead, hold steadfast to the vision of what you desire. Feel the reality of your wish fulfilled as though it is happening now. This feeling is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, the spiritual and the material. As you cultivate faith, you will notice a shift in your perception. What once seemed impossible now feels inevitable. The obstacles that loomed large before you begin to dissolve, not because they have changed, but because your understanding has. You realize that the power to overcome them was within you all along. This realization is not intellectual, it is experiential, a knowing that transcends logic and touches the core of your being. It is here, in this space of deep knowing, that transformation occurs. Faith requires consistency. Just as a plant needs regular care to thrive, so too does your inner state require nurturing. This is not a one-time act, but a daily practice. Every morning, align yourself with the truth of God's presence in your life. Every evening, reflect on the day with gratitude, seeing every event as part of the divine plan. This rhythm of faith creates a momentum that carries you forward, even in moments of doubt or difficulty. There is great power in imagining the fulfillment of your desires. Close your eyes and picture your life as you wish it to be. See the details clearly, feel the emotions vividly, and allow yourself to dwell in this state of being. This act of imagination is not mere fantasy, it is a deliberate creation. You are rehearsing the reality you want to manifest, training your mind to accept it as true. And as your mind accepts it, the world around you begins to shift in response. Faith is not blind, it sees beyond the surface to the deeper truth. It recognizes that every challenge is an opportunity, every delay is a preparation, and every seeming loss is a step toward a greater gain. This perspective allows you to move through life with a sense of peace and purpose, knowing that you are always supported and guided. It is not about avoiding difficulties, but about facing them with the assurance that they are part of a divine orchestration. As you journey through this December, let faith be your guiding star. Trust that God is with you in every moment, working behind the scenes to bring your desires into reality. Even when the path seems unclear, know that it is leading you exactly where you need to be. This trust is not naive, it is the highest form of wisdom, a recognition of the divine intelligence that governs all things. Transformation is not something you achieve, it is something you allow. It is the natural result of aligning your thoughts and feelings with the truth of who you are. You are not a victim of circumstances, but a creator of them, empowered by the infinite presence of God within you. Let this December be a time of renewal, a season of faith that blossoms into the life you have always dreamed of. The power is within you, and the time is now. So, imagine for a moment that the hardships you face are not obstacles but catalysts, drawing you closer to the life you desire. What if every struggle, every unanswered question, was simply God's way of reshaping you, preparing you for the blessings that await? This is the essence of transformation. It is a process, not a destination. To embrace this is to recognize that life, in its infinite complexity, is designed to lead you where you are meant to go, even if the route is unclear or uncomfortable. In the depths of uncertainty, there exists an invitation, a call to surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up, it means letting go of resistance. It is the act of trusting that the divine power working through you knows far more than your limited perspective can grasp. When you let go of the need to control every detail, you create space for the miraculous. God's guidance is subtle yet profound, always moving you toward the fulfillment of your highest potential. This process requires patience, but more importantly, it requires faith. Faith is not passive, it is active participation in the unfolding of your destiny. It is standing firm in your conviction that even the darkest night will give way to dawn. To transform your life is to shift from reacting to life's circumstances to responding with intention. Challenges will come, but they are not here to break you. They are here to build you, to stretch your capacity for love, understanding, and perseverance. Each trial is an opportunity to refine your character and deepen your trust in God's plan. Transformation begins within. The outer world is but a reflection of the inner state. When you feel stuck or overwhelmed, it is not the world that must change, it is you. This change does not come from effort alone, it comes from alignment. Align yourself with the vision of the life you desire, and the external circumstances will naturally shift to match it. This alignment is not achieved through force, but through faith and imagination. Dare to see yourself as the person you aspire to be, not as you are now, but as you will be. Hold that vision so vividly that it begins to feel more real than your current reality. This December, as the world moves toward a season of renewal and reflection, allow yourself to embrace transformation. Picture yourself as clay in the hands of a master sculptor. The shaping process may involve pressure, friction, and even discomfort, but the result is a masterpiece. Each experience, whether joyful or painful, is part of the process. Trust the hands that shape you, for they are guided by infinite wisdom and love. You are being prepared for something greater than you can imagine, and your role is to trust the process. The key to unlocking this transformation lies in your ability to focus. Focus not on what is lacking, but on what is becoming. Gratitude is a powerful tool in this process. When you focus on the blessings in your life, no matter how small, you create an energy of abundance. This energy attracts more of what you desire. The act of being grateful is not just about acknowledging what you have, it is about recognizing the presence of divine favor in every moment. Gratitude shifts your perspective, allowing you to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. Imagine yourself standing at the threshold of a new beginning. The door to transformation is open, but it requires a choice, a decision to step forward in faith. This decision is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It is about recognizing that the perfect moment is now. You do not need to have all the answers or see the entire path ahead. All that is required is a willingness to trust, to take the first step, and to believe that God is with you every step of the way. As you embrace this journey of transformation, remember that the power to change your life is already within you. It is not something you acquire, it is something you uncover. The divine presence that created the universe resides within you, guiding and sustaining you. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with this truth, you become unstoppable. Life begins to flow effortlessly, and what once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. This December is your time. It is a season of letting go and stepping into the new. Release the doubts, fears, and limitations that have held you back. Embrace the possibility of transformation with open arms and an open heart. Trust that God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail for your highest good. The challenges you face are not barriers but stepping stones, leading you closer to the life you are meant to live. Your transformation is not just for you, it is for the world. As you rise, you inspire others to do the same. Your journey becomes a testimony to the power of faith and perseverance. This ripple effect is how the world changes one transformed life at a time. So step boldly into this December, knowing that God's hand is upon you, guiding you toward a future filled with hope, purpose, and infinite possibility. When you consider the relationship between gratitude and transformation, you realize it is not merely a gesture or sentiment, but the essence of creative power. Gratitude in its truest form transcends the limitations of the present moment. It is the acknowledgement of things unseen, the unseen becoming seen, and the fulfillment of desires already accomplished within the mind. To be grateful is to recognize that what you seek is already yours. This recognition aligns your inner state with the reality you wish to experience, drawing it closer with every thought and emotion. When you dwell in gratitude, you unlock the flow of divine abundance. It is as though you have turned on a faucet that was always connected to an endless reservoir of blessings. Gratitude shifts your attention away from lack and places it firmly on the abundance that already exists. What you focus on expands thus. Gratitude expands your capacity to receive more. This expansion is not about effort or striving, but about surrendering to the truth that you are already whole, already abundant, already blessed. Imagine for a moment the state of a person who lives in constant gratitude. They wake each day not with dread or worry, but with a profound sense of appreciation for the gift of life itself. They do not lament over what they do not have, but celebrate the infinite possibilities that lie before them. This individual understands that gratitude is not conditional, it does not wait for circumstances to change. Instead, it precedes change, acting as the catalyst for the transformation they seek. The power of gratitude lies in its ability to transform perception. It allows you to see the hidden blessings in every experience, even those that appear challenging or painful. When you approach life with a grateful heart, you begin to understand that every moment, no matter how difficult, is a stepping stone toward the realization of your desires. The difficulties you face are not obstacles but opportunities for growth and refinement. Gratitude enables you to embrace these moments with grace, knowing they are part of the divine unfolding. Consider the creative process itself. When you express gratitude for something yet unseen, you engage the imagination in a powerful way. Gratitude assumes fulfillment, and in that assumption, the unseen becomes seen. Your imagination is the vehicle through which gratitude works its miracles. By vividly imagining the life you desire and giving thanks for it as though it is already yours, you activate the creative power within you. This act of imagination, fueled by gratitude, is what brings your desires into physical form. Gratitude is not only a personal practice but a spiritual one. It acknowledges the presence of a higher power working in your life. When you are grateful, you affirm that you are not alone, that you are guided and supported by a force greater than yourself. This affirmation strengthens your faith, allowing you to move through life with confidence and trust. It is the foundation upon which transformation is built, for without faith, there can be no true change. The practice of gratitude is simple yet profound. Begin each day by reflecting on the blessings in your life. Write them down if you must, or simply hold them in your heart. Speak your gratitude aloud, letting the words carry the energy of appreciation into the world. Do this not as a mere exercise, but as a declaration of truth. For in the act of giving thanks, you claim your divine inheritance. You step into the awareness that everything you desire is already available to you. As you cultivate gratitude, you will notice a shift in your external circumstances. Opportunities will appear where there were none, relationships will deepen, and challenges will resolve themselves with unexpected ease. This is not coincidence, but the natural result of aligning your inner state with the divine flow of life. Gratitude is the bridge that connects you to this flow, allowing you to receive its infinite blessings. Remember, gratitude is not reserved for the extraordinary moments in life. It is found in the everyday, in the simplest of experiences. It is in the sunrise that greets you each morning, in the smile of a loved one, in the breath that sustains you. These moments, often overlooked, are reminders of the divine presence that permeates all things. By acknowledging them, you align yourself with the truth that life itself is a gift, one that is constantly giving. To live in gratitude is to live in harmony with the divine. It is to recognize that you are a co-creator in the unfolding of your life. Every thought, every emotion, every act of gratitude shapes the reality you experience. This is the essence of transformation, not an external change, but an internal awakening to the truth of who you are. When you live in gratitude, you live in alignment with this truth, and from this alignment, all things become possible. In this season of transformation, let gratitude be your guide. Allow it to fill your heart and overflow into every aspect of your life. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and give thanks for the journey itself. For it is through gratitude that you will discover the power to transform your life and the world around you. Trust in the process and know that you are supported by a divine love that is infinite and unchanging. This is the truth that gratitude reveals, and it is the truth that will set you free. When you awaken to the profound truth of divine timing, you understand that all things unfold perfectly and precisely, not a moment too soon or too late. This awareness brings a sense of peace, for you no longer feel the need to rush or force outcomes. Instead, you align yourself with the rhythm of creation, trusting that what is meant for you will arrive in its season. It is not passive waiting, but an active faith and knowing that your desires are already fulfilled within the unseen realm and will manifest in perfect harmony with the grand design. The key to embracing divine timing is patience, but not the kind of patience born out of endurance or suffering. It is a joyful patience, rooted in the understanding that delay is not denial. Each moment of waiting is a preparation, a refining process that molds you into the person capable of receiving and sustaining the blessings you seek. Just as a seed must remain buried in the soil before it breaks through to the light, so too must your desires be nurtured in the fertile ground of faith and imagination. To trust in divine timing is to release the burden of control. It is to surrender the need to dictate how and when your desires will materialize, recognizing that a higher intelligence orchestrates the unfolding of your life. This surrender is not a sign of weakness but of immense strength, for it requires you to relinquish the illusion of control and step into the flow of grace. In doing so, you free yourself from the anxiety of when and how, allowing yourself to rest in the certainty of what and why. The waiting period is not idle, it is sacred. It is the time when you deepen your faith and fortify your vision. During this period, you cultivate the qualities necessary for the fulfillment of your desires. You learn resilience, humility, and gratitude. You become attuned to the subtle signs and synchronicities that affirm you are on the right path. These moments of alignment serve as reminders that your desires are drawing closer, even if they remain invisible to the physical eye. In this sacred space of trust, you discover the importance of preparation. Preparation is not about effort, but about alignment. It is about becoming the vibrational match to what you desire. If you seek love, you embody love. If you seek abundance, you cultivate a mindset of wealth. This alignment is not forced but natural, born out of the belief that you are already worthy and deserving of all you seek. By preparing in this way, you make space for your desires to enter your life effortlessly. There is profound beauty in the unfolding. When you release the need to rush, you begin to notice the small miracles that occur each day. These miracles are whispers from the universe, affirmations that you are supported and guided. They are the breadcrumbs that lead you to the fulfillment of your desires. By paying attention to these signs, you strengthen your faith and deepen your connection to the divine. You come to see that the journey is just as sacred as the destination, for it is in the journey that you grow and evolve. When the time is right, the manifestation of your desires will feel natural and effortless. There will be no struggle or striving, only a sense of course. It will be as though the entire universe conspired to bring your desires to fruition, aligning people, events, and circumstances in ways you could not have imagined. This is the magic of divine timing. It is precise, purposeful, and always in your favor. The act of waiting becomes a gift when you trust the process. It is an opportunity to strengthen your inner world, to deepen your connection to the divine, and to cultivate a sense of gratitude for what is yet to come. Gratitude is the bridge between the seen and the unseen, the present and the future. By giving thanks for your desires as though they are already fulfilled, you align yourself with the reality you wish to create. This alignment accelerates the manifestation process, for it signals to the universe that you are ready to receive. It is essential to remain steadfast in your belief, even when external circumstances appear unchanged. The physical world is but a reflection of your inner state, and change begins within. As you nurture your desires through imagination, faith, and gratitude, you will begin to see shifts in your external reality. These shifts may be subtle at first, but they are indicators that your desires are taking form. Trust these signs and continue to hold your vision with unwavering confidence. Divine timing teaches you patience, trust, and surrender. It reminds you that you are not alone in your journey and that a higher power is always working on your behalf. This power knows the desires of your heart and is committed to their fulfillment. Your role is to align yourself with this power, to trust its wisdom, and to remain open to the infinite possibilities it offers. As you embrace the perfection of divine timing, you step into a state of peace and ease. You no longer feel the need to chase after your desires, for you understand that they are already yours. You become a co-creator with the divine, working in harmony with the forces of creation. This harmony is the key to a life of joy, abundance, and fulfillment. In this sacred dance of faith and surrender, you discover that all things truly do come in their perfect time, and when they do, they bring with them a sense of awe and wonder, for you realize that the timing was never random but always intentional. It is a reminder that you are deeply loved, infinitely supported, and always guided toward your highest good. In the vast tapestry of life, where every thread is intricately woven with divine precision, the realization that everything unfolds in perfect timing brings a profound sense of peace and assurance. It is a reminder that you are never forgotten, nor are your desires misplaced. Instead, each moment, each delay, and each triumph is part of a greater design, meticulously crafted for your growth, joy, and fulfillment. To trust in this divine orchestration is to relinquish fear and doubt, embracing faith as your guide. It allows you to stand firm, knowing that what is meant for you cannot miss you, and what is not meant for you will never burden you. This trust becomes a sanctuary, a place of rest amidst the uncertainties of life. When you align with this truth, life becomes less about rushing to the next milestone and more about savoring the beauty of the journey. Each step becomes sacred, and each experience a gift, leading you closer to your purpose. Patience transforms from a test of endurance to a joyful act of faith, grounded in the knowing that everything you seek is already being prepared for you, just as you are being prepared for it. In surrendering to divine timing, you are not giving up but giving over to a power that knows you, loves you, and desires only your highest good. This surrender is the gateway to a life of peace, fulfillment, and deep gratitude. It is in this trust that you will find your greatest strength, for it allows you to move forward with courage and certainty, knowing that the universe is always working in your favor. And so let go of the need to control and rest in the assurance that all things are unfolding exactly as they should. Trust in the process, for what awaits you is far greater than anything you could imagine. The timing is perfect, and it always has been.